Yeah, there was lots of barter and lots of trading between Aboriginal clans and tribes all over Australia. And it was interesting because there was even trading highways and up and down and across the country, from north to south to east to west and everywhere in between. Flintstones from Papua New Guinea ended up down in Victoria. Boomerangs from Central Australia came to North Australia. Steel objects traded by the Macassans into North Australia found their way all the way down to the Great Australian Bight. So crisscrossing the country. Seashells from up around the Broome area and the west coast went down into Central Australia. And again, hard desert timbers found their way back up to Broome in that area. All over the countries there's signs of this. These trading tracks were called, in the original Australian language, or one of those languages, Yungamutta here in North Australia, were called Dumbalpalmala. And they were quite interesting, these trading tracks, in that they had, under traditional law, everybody could move up and down these trade tracks across anybody's country without being offended or molested and hurt in any way. They were like public roads. Everybody had the right to be on them. And if anyone did attack somebody on those tracks, they would come under the sanctions of the wider law system, not just under that particular clan's law. So they were very interesting, and there was actually mailmen that used to travel up and down these tracks. In the mid-70s, early 70s, I worked with one of those people from Central Arnhem Land, and he knew anything up to about 20 languages. And he used to carry letter sticks and messages up and down these trade tracks. Messages about items of trade, about particular big events that were coming up, political or social events that were coming up. Sometimes down to as simple as somebody needs some hair from a young girl for a painting brush. So quite varied and quite different messages that they used to carry, these mailmen that ran up and down these trade tracks. So there was a lot of trade. That was all stopped when the Europeans came to Australia and cut across these trading tracks with cattle stations and so forth, and made it impossible for these people to continue the trade between different clans and different groups.